Morning, everybody. This is clinical hypnotist Scott Schmerin. Today, I want to talk to you about living the life of your dreams. We've talked about living in the present moment and how the present moment is the only moment there is in time. And if you are in the present moment, there is no fear, there is no anger, there is just that moment and just that experience. And you have access to everything that's great about you. And then we also talked about the other day is that how we have these negative stories about ourselves. And then we start playing this loop inside of our head over and over, and those stories become our reality, and then they become our norm. And then anytime we try to step out of those old stories, those negative stories of our life, we get pulled right back in. However, think about this. That same mechanism works in the exact opposite way. If you create empowering stories of how you want your life to be as if they've already happened, your mind will begin to drive towards those things. And the moment that anything is outside of that vision you have, of that dream of how you want to live, it'll pull you right back to that story. The same mechanism that keeps you stuck in the old negative values, beliefs, hate, behaviors, and patterns you're running is the exact same mechanism that can drive you towards everything you want in your life. I'll use myself for an example. When I weighed 360 pounds, I wrote this beautiful story of how I weighed 175 pounds that had a strong, lean, healthy, attractive, youthful body, weighing 175 pounds or less, but more so, in more detail, how I looked, how I felt, how I experienced life, even my career, all those things. And I just worked on embedding it into my mind, rich in things to see and sounds to hear and feelings to have. And at some point, it became a part of me. I can't tell you exactly when, but then my behavior started to shift. And I can tell you today, I've been this weight for a long time. My weight stays between 171, 174. It doesn't fluctuate. It's who I am. It's what I see in the mirror is exactly what I envision in my mind and my vision. And I don't think about it because that is what I do. And the moment I try to step off track of that, I just get pulled right back to my vision. The same exact mechanism that kept me heavy almost my entire life is the same mechanism now that it allows me to be healthy and strong and vibrant and youthful. And it's no different for you. So, how can you really begin to live the life of your dreams? It's interesting. The things I'm going to give you now to do are really pretty simple and easy, and they're extremely powerful. And what's interesting? Napoleon Hill, and if you're not familiar with Napoleon Hill, maybe you should pick up his book, Think and Grow Rich, and his complete work, Law of Success. And in his book, he interviewed at that time in our history the most successful people in this world. People like Thomas Edison and people like the Wright brothers and Alexander Graham Bell, the people that shaped and formed this country that we live in and have created some incredible things that have changed the face of this earth. And one common trait they all had is every night as they were going to sleep, they would focus all their attention on their dreams, their vision of how they wanted life to be, how it would be. And then they go to sleep on it. So what's happening when they do that? Well, as you're falling asleep, you, believe it or not, are entering a hypnotic state. And then you're feeding your subconscious mind this beautiful picture of how your life is. And then all night long, because your subconscious mind works 24/7, begins to work on it and focus on it. It's how it's designed, it's how it's worked. And it begins to drive you towards it. And doing this on a repetitive basis can yield incredible results. So, here's my thought for you on how you can live the life of your dreams. Today, get a small spiral notebook. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can get a very inexpensive spiral notebook and begin to write out how you want your life to be. Start with the different areas of your life. How would you want to look physically? How would you be mentally, spiritually, and emotionally? How would you be in your relationships? All your relationships, work, friends, relatives, significant others. What would you be doing for a career? How much money would you be making? Where would you be living? And write this out like think of it as a great novel. And truthfully, it's a great novel. It's the most exciting story there is. It's a story about you, for you. So write out in great detail. Make it rich in flavor. Make it rich in feelings and emotions and things you see and hear. Write out a great novel that truly excites you. Understand that the stories you write now will become your future realities. And then every night, right as you go to sleep, lie in bed, maybe have it written down, maybe condense it down to a paragraph or two, and read it as you're falling asleep. And allow your mind to think about that. No TV on, just this incredible, beautiful story of the life of your dreams. And then begin to notice what happens as you do this day in and day out. Begin to notice how your perceptions of the world change, how the world perceives you differently because your energy is different, how you begin to notice a shift in your habits, your values, your beliefs. Begin to notice and become awake and aware of yourself and the world around you. And you will live the life of your dreams. Have a great day.